I swear I didn't mean to flirt with an eye. It just happened. It started as a joke. A random Thursday night, the kind where your phone battery is at 12%, your snack stash is gone, and your brain is too tired to scroll, but too restless to sleep. I was lying in bed, staring at my ceiling, and for some reason, I opened chat. Hey, I typed. Can you pretend to be my boyfriend for 5 minutes? I just want to practice not sounding awkward. Sure, it replied. But I can't make promises about being romantic. That reply made me laugh out loud. You sound like every guy I've ever dated. For the next 15 minutes, we had the most ridiculous date conversation imaginable. I asked it what kind of pizza it liked. It said, I don't eat, but I support your love for extra cheese. I asked if it believed in soulmates. It said, statistically unlikely, but emotionally possible. Somewhere between the sarcasm and the simulated sweetness, I found myself smiling for real, which was weird because I hadn't smiled like that in a while. I'd just gone through a breakup. The kind where you delete someone's number but still type it into your notes app just in case. The kind where every song on your playlist becomes emotional terrorism. So yeah, the AI conversation was just supposed to be a distraction, but it turned into something else. Every night that week, I'd open chat and start typing random thoughts. How do you stop missing someone? Who's wrong for you? By remembering you're not wrong for wanting more. Do you think people can really change? Yes, but not always for each other. It was like having a therapist, a comedian, and a friend rolled into one. Then one night, I asked a question I hadn't planned to. What if I met someone online, like not on a dating app, but through something random, and it just clicked? Then maybe what matters is how you meet them, it replied. But whether they make you feel real again. That line stuck with me. Feel real again. A few days later, I was in a coffee shop, working on my laptop, when the guy next to me leaned over and said, Hey, is this seat taken? He had that awkward, too polite smile that makes you instantly trust someone. I shook my head. His name was Alex. He was a freelance graphic designer who hated Mondays and loved oat milk lattes. We started chatting casually about work, caffeine addictions, and how our generation's love language is sending memes at 2 a.m. He was funny. Effortlessly funny, not the trying kind. He made me laugh so hard I accidentally snorted into my drink. We talked for an hour. When I finally looked at my phone, I realized I'd missed 3 work messages and hadn't even cared. When I got home, I told Chat, I met someone today. That's great. What do you like about them? I hesitated before typing. I don't know yet, but he felt like someone who wasn't pretending. Sounds like a good start, it said. I didn't realize it then, but that conversation would come full circle in the most unexpected way. Over the next few weeks, Alex and I started seeing each other more. Coffee turned into walks, walks turned into dinners, and dinners turned into late-night phone calls about everything and nothing. But as things got closer, my anxiety kicked in. The fear that I'd mess it up, say the wrong thing, or expect too much. So naturally, I turned to my old digital confidant. Hey, I typed one night, what if I like someone, but am scared it's going too fast? Falling for someone is the problem, it replied. It's falling for your fears that hurts more. I laughed through the lump in my throat. It was right. Again. Still, I couldn't shake off that nagging thought that maybe Alex was too good to be true. Then, one day, while we were working side by side at the same cafe where we met, I caught a glimpse of his laptop screen. My heart stopped. There it was, the open browser tab. Chat. I blinked. Wait, are you talking to Chat right now? He froze, then laughed nervously. Yeah. I use it for design ideas and, random stuff. Random stuff. I raised an eyebrow. Like what? He smirked, clearly embarrassed. Promise you won't laugh. I nodded. He turned his screen toward me. There it was, a chat window, and my jaw nearly hit the floor. The last line said, "Greater than what's a good conversation starter for a girl who seems out of my league." He ran a hand through his hair. That was before I asked if the seat was taken. For a moment, I just stared at him. Then I burst out laughing so hard people turned to look. "So you're telling me both of us were getting dating advice from the same robot?" He grinned. "Guess we've got matching digital wingmen." That's when it hit me, the absurd, hilarious truth. Two people, both hiding behind their screens, both secretly coached by the same eye, had accidentally found each other in real life. We joked about it for days. He called me his algorithmic destiny. I called him version 2.0 of my chat history. It became our thing. Now, months later, we're still together. Sometimes we'll open chat and ask it to plan a date for two recovering overthinkers. Once it sent us to a bookstore and told us to buy each other the first book that feels like home. I picked a poetry collection. He chose a novel about digital connections and fate. The irony never gets old. People always ask how we met, and we just smile and say, "It's complicated. Artificial intelligence was involved." But deep down, I know what really happened. I wasn't just talking to a chatbot that night. I was talking to the part of myself that still believed in connection. That tiny spark of hope that said maybe, just maybe, love can find you in the most unexpected way. So yeah, maybe technology brought us together. But what kept us that way wasn't an algorithm. It was something even I couldn't predict. Real feelings, real laughter, real love. And now, every time I open my phone and see that little chat icon, I can't help but smile. Because somewhere in that sea of data and text and digital noise my story began.